What's up, y'all? I made a post yesterday about mission and purpose. And I got a comment from Augie Del Rey. And Augie said, what if your purpose isn't materializing? What then? Everyone talks about purpose and sticking with it, but what if that's not happening? I think a big part of finding your mission and your purpose and your meaning comes from exploring and experiencing. The universe teaches through experience. It's why I like to travel and meet so many different people. You got to explore and you have to experience. It's like that's how you open the dialogue with the universe to get those answers. I think also creating and relating. Like you create something, you use your gifts and you give them to the world. And part of creating is understanding the relationship between you and the rest of the universe and the human family. So I think it's really important to hone your gifts, to constantly be creating and elevating your gifts and then giving them and then working in that exchange with the universe. So I would say explore, experience, create, and relate. Your mission and your purpose is always going to be about what is your contribution to the human family. How are you a benefit to existence? How are you a benefit to your friends, to your family, and to the world? What is your contribution to the human family is always going to be where you find your mission and purpose.
All right, that's my nephew, that's Kyle. I just want you to shoot me real quick. Because I wanted you to hear this too, because you're my nephew. So a dude screamed to me the other night, hey, Will, I want to be an actor, man. I want to be an actor just like you. Usually people say stuff to me like that. I'm like, yeah, man, you do it. Give them an encouraging word. But I was just sitting here thinking, and it dawned on me, 99% of people that say stuff like that are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. The Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. And that's just real. At the center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. Something as simple as food and eating. It's not about your body as much as it is about your mind. It's getting command of your mind to be able to choose actions that are in your own best interest. Every day, we are choosing shit that's not in our own best interest, right? So if the world is attacking you and the world wants to fight you and the world's trying to hold you down, so you're gonna kick yourself in the balls? So you're gonna stop yourself from getting what you dream. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind.
I was just talking to a friend of mine and we were talking about self-esteem. And we were talking about how we tend to base our self-esteem on what other people think. And that's not really self-esteem. Self-esteem is supposed to be how we feel about ourselves. And I was just saying how dangerous it is to allow other people to determine how you're going to feel about you. And it's kind of like looking into a broken mirror. You're going to look in a broken mirror and then change your face to try to look good in this defiled, busted, broken mirror. And it just, other people's opinions is a really shitty way to determine how we feel about ourselves. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I love this one. Fail early, fail often, fail forward. It's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. You know, when you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure, because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed, but they extract the lessons from the failure, and they use that, the energy, and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success. You gotta take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities. You gotta live where you're almost certain you're gonna fail. That's the reason for practice. Practice is controlled failure. You're getting to your limit, getting to your limit, getting to your limit. You can't lift that, you can't do that, until you get to the point that all of a sudden your body makes the adjustment, and then you can do it. Failure actually helps you to recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail early, fail often, fail forward. What's up, y'all? In the last post, we were talking about self-discipline. So I wanted to go into that a little farther. I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. That when you say that you love yourself, that means that you have behavior towards yourself that is loving. It's like you say to yourself, hey man, look, I know you want to eat that pizza and it'll be really good, you know, but I can't let you eat that, man, because if you eat that pizza, you're going to feel like shit, you know, and I love you too much to let you eat that. And I think the word discipline has kind of gotten a bad name. We think about it in terms of punishment. I'm not talking about discipline in that way. I'm talking about discipline in the sense that you forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. Self-love is when you say to yourself, man, look, I know you and that girl got a real connection. I know y'all vibe, but that's your girl's cousin. So I love you too much to let you do that. Self-love is, hey, look, I know you got a test on Monday, you know, and I know you really want to go out with your friends. It's Saturday night, you want to go out, but if you fail that test, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You know, I love you too much to let you go out tonight. Self-discipline is self-love. If you want to be happy, you have to love yourself, which means you have to discipline your behavior. The road to sustained happiness is through disciplining your behavior. So I'm in the Cayman Islands, just got finished doing a couple days of work, and you know, I'm in the room, I'm finally by myself, it's quiet, there's no people around, I'm chilling, and I'm like, you know, trying to figure out something to do. So, you know, I figured, let me go turn the news on. And then it dawned on me, I was like, but the news agitates me. It's disruptive, I get aggravated. And I was like, nah. And then I felt this crazy urge, like I couldn't stop myself from going to turn the news on. And I was like, oh shit. And I realized my mind was seeking disturbance. Like, nah, it's too peaceful. I need to be disrupted and aggravated. And I realized, like, we actually have to cultivate a taste for peace. We're actually addicted to things that agitate and aggravate us, you know? You're like, damn, every time I see this person, we argue. I don't want to argue with this fool. Well, stop. What happens is we actually get addicted to the argument. We're addicted to the aggravation, addicted to the agitation. I just really made a decision to myself today, just sitting here in the Cayman Islands, that I'm going to be quiet, I'm going to be still, and I'm going to be alone. I mean, right after you listen to my IG story and right after you follow me, then put it down and just be alone and quiet and still, y'all. So just for the day, let's be quiet, let's be still, be alone.
Yeah, I just saw this Rumi quote that I love. Set your life on fire and seek those who fan your flames. The Philly translation of that is don't be hanging with no jank ass jokers that don't help you shine. The prerequisite for spending time with any person is that they nourish and inspire you. They feed your flame. Look at your last 5 text messages. Are those people feeding your flames or dousing your fire? Put your phone down for just a second and look around. Look to the people around you. Are those people throwing logs on your fire or are they pissing on it? The people that you spend time with are gonna make or break your dreams. Everybody don't deserve to be around you. You gotta defend your life with your life. So who are the people in your life that are fanning your flames? Shout them out, tag them below.